Hey folks, Mike Johnson here. If it's got wheels and an engine, you're in the right place. On this channel, we dive into car repairs, maintenance tips, and everything you need to keep your ride running smooth. If you're into cars and want to keep learning, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. It really helps the channel out. All right, enough talking. Let's get into it.
Power Control Module, PCM, is an essential part of your vehicle's system. For a start, it's responsible for controlling and monitoring several of your engine systems. But like any other component, the PCM can also experience problems over time. Fault code P0603 is an engine fault code linked to a problem with the Keep Alive Memory, KAM, internal control module. Read on to find out more about KAM and the P0603 code. What does the P0603 fault code mean? Fault code P0603 means Engine Management ECU KAM error. It is recorded when the PCM fails its KAM self-test. The code is triggered when the result of the self-test calculations is not as expected. To better understand the code, let's talk about memory and computer storage. Computers have two types of memory, ROM and RAM. Read-only memory, ROM, refers to the permanent memory stored in your vehicle's computer. This data cannot be modified and will remain unchanged even if your PCM loses power. Random access memory, RAM, refers to the temporary memory stored in the PCM. This is where your PCM stores new data. RAM memory can be classified as volatile or non-volatile. Non-volatile RAM memory will be retained even if you disconnect your car's battery. However, data stored in volatile RAM memory will be lost once you switch off the ignition. Random access memory, KAM, is a type of volatile RAM that can be connected directly to the battery so that its data is not erased. When you switch off the ignition, KAM is crucial because it stores data concerning driving cycles. This memory is constantly changing according to driving inputs and sensors. The PCM regularly performs a routine self-check to monitor the performance of the KAM modules. Once the PCM perceives that the results of mathematical calculations during self-tests are not as expected, it will trigger code P0603. Note, the definition of code P0603 may differ depending on the vehicle manufacturer. Consult the appropriate repair manual or repair database for the exact code definition. The PCM regularly performs a routine self-check to monitor the performance of the KAM modules. What are the possible causes of code P0603? Here are the possible triggers of P0603 code: dead battery wiring and/or connection problems in the PCM power or ground circuit. PCM software in need of updating, faulty PCM charging system problems. What are the common symptoms of P0603 code? Here are some common symptoms of P0603 code: a control motor light on engine stalling, vehicle won't start, ABS or traction control. Light illuminated OBDI monitor problems. P0603 is a generic fault code, which means it can appear on different makes and models. How to diagnose P0603? Diagnosing P0603 code is not easy. Several factors can cause the problem, so it can be difficult to identify which component is causing the problem. For example, you'll need to identify whether it's due to a faulty PCM or a problem with the PCM itself. If you don't have enough experience in car repair, it's best to take your vehicle to an auto repair shop and ask a mechanic to carry out the diagnosis for you. However, if you prefer to diagnose this code yourself, we recommend that you consult vehicle repair manuals or online repair databases. How to repair code P0603? P0603 is a generic fault code, which means it can appear on different makes and models. However, even if this code is generic, there is no universal solution for all vehicles. For example, the repair steps that worked for P0603 on a Nissan Altima may not work for P0603 on a Ford F350. If you don't have enough experience and tools to do the job, we suggest you take your vehicle to an auto repair shop for proper diagnosis and repair. However, if you decide to correct this code yourself, we recommend that you consult a vehicle-specific repair manual or subscribe to an online repair database. In conclusion, a fault code P0603 indicates a KAM error in the engine management ECU, which can lead to various performance issues in your vehicle. Understanding the implications of this code is crucial for effective troubleshooting and repair. Always consider checking the battery connections in the ECU itself, as these are common culprits. If you encounter this code, it's advisable to consult a professional mechanic to ensure a thorough diagnosis and resolution. Thank you for watching, and stay informed about your vehicle's health.